The staff shares the secrets of luxury hotels. Dead people. In some places, there's a reasonable chance somebody has died in your bed. One place I worked, maybe 40% of the beds had been died in. Your like and subscription will really help my channel. Hotels are the breeding grounds for sex traffickers. As part of our training as bellmen, we are to ask open-ended questions to the children to make sure they aren't being used for sex trafficking when bringing in luggage to dad and daughter types. My dad works in security in the same hotel, so he often gives me a heads up if the guest with the child is already under suspicion regarding their behavior at the front desk for check-in. We don't want you to know that the people who stayed in the room before you were awfully nasty. Housekeeping gets the brunt of it. I've seen them carry out bags of used sex toys, peel used condoms off of every surface, and scrub actual human shit off places. There's no reason for human shit to be. The worst, though, was the couple that wanted a home birth, but not, at home, because gross. They were heavily fined, but the impression was not pleasant. The older I get, the more paranoid I am about how disgusting that hotel rooms likely are. Cocaine. Coke almost always remains on the bathroom countertop. We don't bat an eye at prostitution or whatever goes on in the rooms, as long as it doesn't affect other guests. Half the women that come to the bar are working girls looking for a sale. The only thing that the hotel industry ever really reports is human trafficking. There are telltale signs, and if something doesn't add up, we do report it to local authorities. The prostitute tips me more often than the guest does. Never trust glass in rooms. Guest room attendants are so stretched thin on time that they will clean the glasses with the same rags they clean the bathroom. After all, their goal is to make the room look clean. Bed bugs. They happen in every hotel. You might be paying $5K a night, but your luggage was in the hold with everyone else's. Worked in 5-star hotels in Beverly Hills. Here are 3 stories. The largest checkout bill I've ever seen was roughly $2 million for a guest who rented out an entire floor of suites for 3 weeks and promptly paid via wire transfer. Sheikh picks up a hooker in the bar, takes her to his room. She roofies him and steals tens of thousands of dollars of cash, watches, and valuables. Had to procure $100K cash for a guest whose wife wanted to shop on Rodeo Drive the next morning. The local bank doesn't even have that much. Had to get an armored car from the Central LA Bank branch to deliver. I used to work events at hotels, and one time we had a guest break their wine glass inside a water refill barrel. I left work for 2 weeks to go on vacation, and when I came back, all the glass was still piled inside the water refill barrel. People must have been drinking out of it because there were events booked while I was gone. When we see Instagram influencer on your booking, we roll our eyes. The staff is not nearly so impressed by famous or rich people as some of them seem to think we should be. It was a fancy hotel. We had rich and famous guests all the time, and it was usually the ones nowhere near the top of the ladder who tried to be the most imperious and expected the most deference. If you have to try to convince us you're high status, you aren't. Maids stealing. Everyone always points at the maids when they lose stuff, but we always found it. No way the maids are risking their jobs over your used iPad or mall jewelry. With tips, they make pretty decent money. There will be mold. If you can't see it, it's been quickly painted over, and hotels do not invest in thick walls, no matter how many stars. New video every day. Your like and subscription will really help my channel.